Well, today did not go as planned for many reasons, and I didn't get to do the video that I wanted to do, mainly because, man, I had an issue getting my engine bolted to my transmission. Something that should take me about 5 minutes. It took me like 2 hours, and I have no idea why it was so difficult. And it took me so long, and I was so pissed off that I just didn't record anything. And I just decided to throw it all out basically. So I have a whole bunch of photos here of the turbo that I'm going with for some filler while I talk, and at that point, I'll just explain that we're going with the S480. We're going with the bigger turbo and the bigger cam now for the test because I basically did the whole response thing. So happy to see that this new motor is running good and everything else, and we'll go from there. As we know, I had an awesome issue and butted some rings and broke my motor on some straight pump gas again. And this time we got a nice motor from pretty much the same thing, a 2500, 3500 Express van. I got nice pictures from the donated vehicle, and my buddy fixed the converter and whatnot. So that's all what's going in this new one. I talked about it a few times in the valve spring video, but these cylinder heads were completely filled with sludge, like ½ inch in some spots. So I had to clean that out, and then I also cleaned up the bottom end, the pistons and whatnot, with a wire wheel and gapped the rings lightly and polished everything up nice to write stupid things on the pistons. So got it all together and put it on the hook and bolted up the flex plate. And like I said, I had a hell of a time getting it in. I was so frustrated. So this is the calm end result, but motor is in, everything is good. I just hooked up the oil pressure line to the turbo feed and got nice 50 pounds. Okay, half-ass fire up here, first time, new motor. Everything's in. Haven't really checked much, no radiator, no water. Got my oil pressure hooked up to the turbo feed. Nothing else is hooked up, just topped off the oil. I guess we'll see what happens first before we go any farther. Yeah, water temp and the temp. Okay, let's it can be loud, but see what happens. Woo! Loud as fuck out the turbo outlet. Definitely got to get the turbo on there and quiet her down, but just wanted to make sure everything was good. So I got the turbo mounted up and the oil feed and drain functioning without leaks, and that adapter plate worked great, and I used motor mount bolts to bolt it all together. They were exactly the right pitch and depth and couldn't have worked out any better, and I made a temporary 4-inch up pipe just to get her fired up, ready to go. Well, it's running. I just got that pipe jammed in there because the 4-inch is extremely fucking loud till I get everything together. But there it is with the adapter bolted in there and some copper RTV and everything. And man, this Billet 80 is pumping at idle, so I can't wait to see how it does soon. Just got to get this cleaned up and some other stuff, and we'll be making boost real soon.